Hi, I'm Chris Hadlock, and this video is for Robin, my teammate on the Ultimate Black Belt test. Robin had an issue last week with her knee while she was teaching martial arts class, and I've had issues with my knees since before I was 19. 19 was my first surgery on my right knee, and I was supposed to have surgery on my left knee the following year for the same problem, but instead I did something different. I did a little bit of physical therapy, and we created a couple of different exercises designed to build up the muscles around the knee joint and take some pressure off of that knee joint. Okay, the first one has to do with balance and putting our knee in an awkward position that we probably wouldn't find it in, and that's how you build up those muscles. So I plant one foot pointed directly ahead. I pick my other foot up and find my balance. And then I'm going to touch in 4 points directly in front of me, off to the first side, directly behind me, and then off to the other side behind again. Now the point here is to keep your balance on your supporting leg and not to put your weight down on the other leg for balance. I bend my knee, my supporting leg, pick up my other foot, and I don't just touch in front of me, but I reach as far as I can without losing my balance. And I never put weight down on that foot, on the toe when I touch. I reach as far as I can, and I come back to center. That's 2 reps. This is number 3. And on number 3, I can already feel my knee getting worn. And this is 5. Now I take my time. I never go through it super fast because the idea is to build up those muscles, not to see how fast you can do it. So I take my time. I go through the full range of motion. And remember, don't get comfortable. If you're comfortable, you're probably not doing it right. You need to reach. The idea is to push beyond your limit. Really reach. That's how you get the results. So that was 1 set on each leg. My goal is to do 3 sets of these. It probably takes me less than 2 minutes to do 1 full set, which would be 6 minutes with a little bit of break. Get some water in between. That's the first one I do. And I recommend that one before any other one. I think I've gotten the most results from that particular exercise. And now let's move on to the second one. So the second one, Robin, is wonderful because it works our knee in a more explosive fashion, which in our martial arts we obviously need that. So this one is designed to take our knee beyond its normal capacity, what we would normally find in our daily routine. Now since we're martial artists, we might have to go a little bit further than the average person just walking or running. But we're going to go forward, side, and behind. We're going to do 1 leg at a time. So when I go forward, it's like a forward bow stance. If you use that and tuck your butt in, your back's nice and straight. But when I look down, my knee is past my toes. I can't see my toes. We come on back. We go off to the side. And then we're going to go behind. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach behind first, and then I'm going to turn into my knee. And that's how you get that lateral movement against the knee joint, which a lot of times is not the way the knee is supposed to bend. And that's what creates a lot of problems in our knee joints, is when we start pushing off, for instance, with our toes pointed out to the side. We're pushing against the knee joint the way it's not supposed to bend. That was a lot of my problem. So what this does is this builds up that position, that action, and uses our strength instead of pushing against our knee joint, uses our muscles. So we're going to alternate sides. We're going to go right first and back up, then we're going to go left. And you'll notice I really take my time down at the end, and this is just my warm-up one. You'll notice I put my hands into it. This exercise will become fairly routine and easy after the first week. All you do is add a couple of hand weights to it, and I start with like 2 or 3 pounds. Take the pressure off of the knee joint and put it on the muscles a little bit, but it'll also break up anything that you have already broken up in there that might be getting caught in the knee joint, and that of course just gets absorbed. So Robin, those are the 2 exercises that I basically did to build up my knee. Now this third one's kind of a bonus. I do this on a more regular basis now than I did with anything else because In our ultimate black belt test, we have a requirement of 1,000 repetitions of a particular form. I didn't do this requirement the first couple times I did my ultimate black belt test, just because I didn't see the value in it, and now I have a big value. It's in saving my knee. When we start in a horse, I move forward with my right foot, and here's our forward bow. I hold it for about 5 seconds, and then I shift to a neutral bow where my weight's 50-50. Both knees are bent. I rotate to a back stance. Most of my weight, about 60% on the back foot now. Now I slide up into a cat stance. There's almost no weight on the front foot, and most of it's on the back foot as the knee is bent. Controlling my balance, I move up into a crane, drop back into a twist. Here's that rotational movement that we were doing in the second exercise as I shift out but try to keep my head level, not bobbing. Now we take it deep with a wide kneel. And then I'm going to bring it in for a close kneel. I'm going to come back up to neutral and give my knees a break because they were shaking at the end of that one. And then again, without bobbing, I'm going to rotate into my reverse bow. I'm going to move on the mat because I'm running out of space. Here I'm going to step into my twist stance. And then I'm going to get my rotational movement on the other side by rotating all the way around. And now I'm ready to begin the left side. I come forward, neutral, back stance. Now this dragging motion is all on the back leg because I don't want any weight on my front foot, less than 10% of my weight. That's what allows me to draw up into the crane without shifting my weight, and hopefully I don't go back too far. If I stop talking, you know. Drop into my twist. Here's our first rotation. Out. Take it down into a wide kneel. And a close. I'm shaking and I'm sweating. So I'm going to take my neutral, give them a second, and let's peel back into that reverse. I'm going to step. I'm adjusting here as I'm running out of space. But here's my reverse twist and that rotational push out to the other side. That is the first half of a Kempo set called Stance Set 2. And I do that about 3 times a day. If I do that for a year, I'll have 1,000 repetitions. And my knees sure appreciate it the next day. Robin, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a message, and anyone else for that matter. If you have problems with your knees, let me know. I'd like to hear about them. And if you have any suggestions on what I'm doing here or something I could do better, please let me know as well. Thank you very much. Have a great day.